Welcome to a timeless tarot reading. I'm going to start by clearing the energy with my bell. I call upon my guides, my angels, my ancestors, my galactic family of the highest love and light to channel through me the messages that they will need to hear at the time that this reaches them. I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Well, let's see what wants to come through. Starting with my crystal tarot. Let's just start here. We have the Knight of Swords. I choose my battles carefully. So, one of the things I'm hearing is cutting through the bullshit. It's this determination, this insight of what is bull, what is not really the truth or highly aligned with your path. What's a distraction? What is stealing your time, your energy, your money, or an emotional drain? And like I see him basically sidestepping the chaos, like with this tornado. He's making swift decisions and actions to avoid the turmoil or to put an end to things that you don't want to you no longer want to partake in. And when doing so, you're going to start feeling lighter with a feather. And this reclamation energy is coming through of reclaiming your peace, your time, your energy, where some finances are going. And I feel like it might feel very transformative for you with these butterflies. You might feel renewed. You might feel like now you have more energy or time or resources to put into things that matter to you, like your growth or things you really want to pursue. And it's like we're no longer being I'm trying to find the right word for it. Controlled. It's like taking back control over something in your life. And this feeling of this infinity over the heart chakra, right? It feels like you're reclaiming some of your love, your light, and the way that what you're putting your energy into and the way that you're doing it is very powerful. And ultimately, you have the power and you have the choice to make the decisions that will be best for you and how you spend your energy or resources or emotions. And if there's like a conflict or something that is arising for you, it's an attention that you don't have to partake in that drama. You can sidestep that. You can choose a different direction or to not engage. And if there's some sort of, whirlwind or escalation, like you can sidestep that or make the decision to not be involved. And it could be as simple as like a response of like, I'm not going to engage with this behavior or this energy or this situation. And you can win. Like you have the sword, you have the insight, what ultimately is feeling like it's draining you, whatever it could be. And it's up to you to make the choice to no longer engage and to set boundaries. So then we have the Seven of Cups, which is really going along with this message. We have aquamarine and ametrine. So if you feel called to connect with those crystals, they might assist you with what you're going through at the moment. And you can meditate with them. And this is like your insight to know, your intuition of like, I know the truth, I can see the truth. You can see through the charade, the illusion, so to speak. And instead of giving into that, you're recentering and you're using your intuition, your gut of like, does this feel good? Is this right for me? Is this taking more time and energy? Is this draining for me in some way? And the seven, it's like there also could be things going on behind the scenes that are being hidden from you. Like you might not even see what could be going on behind this like veil. And I'm getting good energy from it. Like the more we're able to choose what you put your energy into and start really being selective about what and who, and even it could be corporations or media that you're no longer giving your energy into. So it's like a step on the way to the revelation of the things in store for you that are on their way that might be a little hidden at the moment, because Spirit, your guides are working, behind the scenes to sort of orchestrate something good for you. But it can't come through if you're plugged into this draining cycle or system or person or place, like however it is gonna come through for you, because it's gonna be different for each of you, but you'll know how it feels. And it's like you're waking up to the things that are going on that are just not really supporting you in your growth and your freedom and your love and your light. And there's this creativity, this abundance, this like overflowing energy coming from these cups that they're all pouring into each other. Like you could be getting filled with all these creative ideas once you start stepping away from things that aren't properly serving you. And when you have all these ideas, and it could also be manifestation ideas that you want to bring forth, and there's this feeling of focusing on one thing at a time, because you might be flooded with these ideas or things that you want to bring through, but we have to really focus on one at a time, because if we put all of our energy into everything all at once, we're not highly concentrating our energy on making one single thing come true. And then when you're so scattered, like you might accidentally get caught up in daydreaming a little too much. Like we want to dream and envision and feel the things we're manifesting, but we need to do it in specific times and places. And yeah, we can try to feel it every day, but if you're so focused on that you're no longer grounded in the present moment, that's not really going to be serving you, because we have to be grounded while we're doing those things. I think it can be really helpful to try to stay grounded in the present moment from day to day, and maybe just set aside time where you can really focus on manifesting or feeling or focusing on that creative project without getting like lost. It's like falling down the rabbit hole, like Alice in Wonderland. that they're showing me. So we just want to be careful. But, you know, none of this is bad news. It's just advice that Spirit is coming through with. And ultimately, you're in control and you're in charge of, you know, whatever you want to tackle or step away from. So, we have the Deer, the Pathfinder, the Trust Your Instincts to guide you through the situation, which is similar to the Seven of Cups energy. It's like things are going hand in hand of I trust myself to see the truth, and then the Deer is trust your instincts to guide you through this in this situation. Ultimately, you know what's best for you. Listen to your gut, listen to your guidance. And if you're not someone who really hears audible, you know, clairvoyance, maybe you just feel in your gut, you know, like it starts twisting when you engage with certain things, and you should really let it guide you. If you feel more peaceful, disconnecting from certain medias, or you feel more peace and safety and lighter, stepping away from other situations or people or places, those are strong indicators of your higher level intuition coming through. And it's like the Deer is trying to help you trust your instincts, you know? When they don't feel like something is right, they're gonna gallop off in another direction. They're gonna just flit away. And if they feel like everything's okay and it's safe to graze, and they're going to graze. And a lot of that is not just their sensitivity to like noise and smell, but I'm sure it's what they're feeling, what the vibrations around them are. I'm going to see if there's a horse card that wants to come through with a message from the amazing horses. We got Pegasus. Your dreams are coming through. I'm here to help you trust. So we have now 3 cards that came out about trust. Trusting yourself. Trusting what Spirit has in store for you, what your angels, what your guides, what your ancestors, what your galactics have in store for you. And you might not be right there just yet, but that doesn't mean it's not coming through. That doesn't mean you're not being guided on your way to that goal, seeing through a creative project, or that manifestation, or that more peaceful energy. And the Pegasus, along with the Deer, they want you to tap into your intuition, to tap into your instincts and trust. And even though things might sometimes feel a little rocky or chaotic, we have to lean into the trust more than the doubt. Pour our doubt into our cup of faith and trust. And make sure that we are intuitively going towards the direction that feels most aligned for us, that's less stressful, less draining. Because ultimately, your higher self and all these other spiritual beings want to come through to assist you, to help you, because they believe in you, and you need to believe in yourself and your abilities. We all have these intuitive abilities, and ultimately, it's up to you what feels good and what is misaligned and what you feel like shouldn't be taking up your time, or what could be seeding doubt. Is it a person? Is it a system you're plugged into? All right, there we go. Ooh. I think that says Arc the Aeromancer. I'm going to give you my initial thoughts with this card that are coming through. It's like, when I see him, I see wisdom. This ancient wisdom you have in you. You know, it's not just your higher self, but it's wisdom that you've gained over lifetimes. And we want you to trust yourself. Trust what you know is best for you, not what other people or other things think is best for you. And I see all these like little hidden faces. So like there's like a little hidden face there that's like winking. There's like another eye over here. It's like all these little hidden things that are right under the leaves, watching, waiting for you to make the decisions so they can pop forth. It's almost similar to this Seven of Cups energy coming through. I encourage you also to look at these cards and see what feelings or messages or images pop out to you, and trust your instincts, because there could always be a deeper, further message for you to interpret and find for yourself in these cards. I encourage you to tap into your intuition and see what is coming through and speaking for you. I am going to go into the Fairy Oracle and see if this channeled message has some deeper insight. So it says, a myromancer reads the past, present, and potential of all beings. In the movements of mice, Mike is particularly fond of reading the movements of field mice, as they are livelier and better fed than the church mice. Mike could learn the same things by reading berries or the patterns made by fallen leaves, or any one of a billion other things, but his specialty is mice. He can learn endless things from the way he watches them twitch their whiskers, hold their tails. He sees hidden information in the patterns of growth and coloration in their fur, the way the wind rumples it and how they preen themselves. The little things can tell us a lot. Everything bears messages about the universe around us. Studying the details sometimes enables us to deduce the whole. So there's this attention to detail that's coming through. But one thing that is really standing out is how it's talking about how this being's speciality is reading mice. So it's like we all have these spiritual gifts or the ability to develop them and to tap into them. And everyone, has their speciality. Maybe you're good at reading energy with Reiki, or maybe you're good with cards, or maybe you can scry with tea leaves, or maybe you can scry with sand or with ruins, or maybe it's, channeled messages or light language or clairaudience, or the way that you feel the energy around you. And you might have your own particular skill, your own gift of different types of the ways that you can read energy, because we're all unique and different, and that's what makes the diversity so beautiful. And there could be some deeper level meanings of things going on in your everyday life that you might be feeling. A deeper meaning to a conversation, a deeper meaning to these numbers that you're seeing, or this synchronicities that keep popping up and things that you're seeing or reading, or a song that comes on. And they're kind of calling you to pay attention to all these little things and see if something is standing out to you, if something is a synchronicity, if something is sort of pointing you on your way. We all have those different things. And that's so beautiful, because some of us are more into the, numbers or leaf scrying. Like, there's so many ways to interpret energy, and it's up to you to kind of hone in, like, what what comes through clearest for you and what should you pay attention to. And maybe you're getting little nudges in very subtle ways throughout your day, throughout your week. Messages coming on through radio, through a podcast, through a license plate, or numbers on a clock, or something someone says to you, or something that you're seeing. Maybe a flash of a fox, It's going to be different because we all have our unique ways of interpreting. So let's see. This is the Lemuria Oracle deck. But there's this big theme of trust coming in, trusting your instincts, trusting your intuitive and psychic abilities, and things that are coming through in the little details. So let's see. Ooh, what a beautiful card. We have communication and co-creation. Wow. So to me, it's like maybe a community that you're joining or a part of. Maybe it's several people you work with on a business idea or a creative pursuit of yours. Or even something simple like a gardening club, maybe pottery or gaming of some sort. But it's like when all of your energy starts combining, it's this electric, beautiful, it almost looks like a whole world when you combine your energies. And it feels electric, it feels ecstatic, it feels love and light. And with your heart and your minds, it's like it's both aligned with your spiritual path, aligned with your heart chakras. And when you have the right community that you're around, you could be calling forth soul family right now. That could be some of the things that you're trying to pull in for yourself. Everything's going to feel light and aligned and electric and ecstatic. And like they get you. And like they're different parts of you being reflected. It's almost like they meld into one. So there's this feeling of connection, community. And when you combine your energy, your thoughts, your ideas, your gifts, your creative abilities, you're like creating this whole little universe, this whole world, this whole new being, this whole new project or book or idea or just community. Could be that's just how it feels when you're around them. It's like you're in your own world, you're creating your own world that's a light, that is aligned. And then we have the Earth Star Chakra and initiation. I initially am getting this grounding energy again of trying to stay grounded in your daily life, which can be hard. But there's also this initiation that's happening. I'm seeing this like opening up, and you see how the light is expanding. Maybe you're healing your chakras, or you're finally really tapping into the deep-rooted Earth Star Chakra, which is one of our higher level chakras that can be opening up new pathways, new doors for you. And there's this initiation that feels very aligned with this communication, this co-creation. Maybe you're being initiated into this community or this new spiritual gift that you're tapping into. Or you're finding your way on where you're meant to be and where you're being guided with others, with location, with space. Can we get some guidance from the archangels, please? Some further clarity or a message. This one is calling to me. Ooh. Metatron. Metatron is saying, heaven to earth, your current situation is in alignment with your mission to earth. So you can see the stars in the sacred geometry. Metatron works with Merkabahs. And Merkabahs are like these triangles that are like inverted and like 3D that they spin. And when they spin, they can help clear things away from your energy field, from your chakras, and realign them. And they can also activate your gifts. They can activate third eye gifts, spiritual gifts. They can help your upper and lower level chakras align because they're both higher level chakras, like the Earth Star, or there's even more that are above your head. And so maybe you're doing that. And if not, this could be a call to work with Metatron or Merkabahs and maybe do some meditations working with them to clear and activate. It can also help clear things in your pineal gland as well. But there's this clarity of, with this Earth Star chakra, it's like you're on a mission here on Earth. You're on a sacred mission. And you're trying to follow your instincts to make sure you're on the right path for that mission. And he's encouraging you that you are. The more you trust in yourself, your intuition, and what's coming for you, coming through for you, and ways you're being guided to use your energy and what is worth or not worth your energy. It's like you're following the divine path that you were supposed to follow. You're going to be finding your community. You may have this special ability, this special type of intuition or scrying ability. And you're here to co-create things. You're here to build community. If you're not joining a community, maybe you're going to be building your own community that needs to be here on Earth, that is creating a frequency within your community of love, of light, that is helping raise the frequency of Earth overall. And Metatron's encouraging you that you're on the right track. The more you're tapping into what feels good, tapping into your gifts, tapping into what feels aligned. And it's like trusting your gifts, trusting your abilities, and developing them, honing them in. Because you're on this path of alignment. And the path of alignment isn't always smooth and easy, you know, with this Knight of Swords. Sometimes there's chaos, but the chaos is for us to sidestep. It's for us to not engage with, or not engage with a system or person, place, technology, algorithms. I've been feeling really called to disconnect from all social media. And you might be disconnecting from something yourself as well. And that's just a part of the path. Part of this alignment path sometimes is leaving things behind as you keep continuing on your path of like, what can no longer stay in your energy field? Ooh, we got the Scientist. I will share my creativity with the world. Look at that. She's like mixing this formula. And creativity is not just like stereotypical arts fields. It's not just music and dance and song and books and writing and, you know, things of that nature. You know, it's wonderful if you are creative in that way. And the world needs your art. It needs your artistry. But creativity can come through in science, in the ways that you're developing new things in your scientific field, or the way that your engineering takes a lot of creativity if you're an engineer, or the way that you are modeling, or even in some corporate worlds, there can be a lot of creativity going on in the way that you're tackling or addressing different problems or systems or creating new, better systems. And there also can be creativity in just the way that you think. and the way that you have your spiritual gifts, and the way that you're being called to share those with the world, with the people around you, with family, with friends, with whatever feels right for you. But you're meant to share. Your creativity is valued, it's needed, it's giving light, it's giving high vibrational energy back into the world, your insights. It's like the way that you think of the world, or the lenses that's coming through, the lenses that which you see things through are different. And so you might have just a very unique perspective on different things that is highly valuable, and a perspective that others need to hear, because maybe it'll resonate with them. And you're like, oh, wow, that really makes sense for me and what I've been feeling or thinking or going through. Our human creativity and imagination are some of the most powerful gifts, because once we imagine it, we can bring it into being. It makes me think of Star Trek. In Star Trek, there were no automatic opening doors. There were no communication devices at that time of the originals where you could call people on a small device or have tablets and screens and video chatting. Like, none of that existed. But they imagined it existed. And then a lot of engineers were like, wow, those are good ideas. Let's make that happen. And it starts with imagination before we bring it into the physical world. And we all have our unique perspectives and the way we see things. It's a lot like this Myromancer, the Ark. The way that he sees, the way that he interprets is very specific and unlike anybody else. And he can gain different wisdom and share perspectives. Is there a message that wants to come out in this deck? Let's see. This deck is Sean Leonard's deck, who is an Indigenous author and spiritually gifted. Ooh, we have Two-Spirit and Balance. So I know in the Indigenous communities, Two-Spirit is a word that they have, that they use for themselves to identify as people who might feel the spirit of multiple genders and things like of that nature. So maybe you're part of the rainbow. Maybe you're part of the non-binary or queer community. But even if you're not, like if that's not your community, that's also okay. Because the deeper level message of this is balance. This recognition that we have masculine and feminine energy within us. And the more we're able to balance that, the more we're able to also balance that in the world by balancing it within ourselves. I want to read this message that Sean Leonard wrote because, ultimately he has this indigenous wisdom that I don't want to, speak on because it's his wisdom. So it says, traditionally, many indigenous cultures recognized and held people who encompassed both masculine and feminine traits in high regard. They were honored within the community, often considered sacred and divine. Two-spirit people have existed since the beginning of time, and the reclaimed umbrella term was chosen to help bridge understandings of gender and sexuality within indigenous and Western identities. This has been a way for the indigenous people to educate others and embrace traditional teachings, unifying diverse spiritual expressions throughout varied indigenous languages. It's important to note that Two-Spirit is culturally specific for Indigenous people and should not be used by non-Indigenous individuals to identify themselves. However, these teachings embody elements of sacred traditions and bring forth understanding that we should honor Two-Spirit individuals, celebrate unique perspectives, and honor the masculine and feminine energy that exists within all of us. There is a call to find balance within ourselves and to cherish both the masculine and feminine aspects of the Creator and to respect and integrate them both the intellectual and emotional aspects into our being. It's an opportunity to celebrate yourself or someone who's a member of the LGBTQIA+ community, and a call to fully accept all these aspects of yourself and this divine energy that you both carry of masculine and feminine, or this balance of your intellect and emotional state of being, and finding this beautiful balance in the middle. Love all that you are and embrace all the expressive, beautiful, unique, and colorful people who reside here on Mother Earth of all gender identities and sexual preferences. It is only through unconditional love of self and others that we create a more loving and peaceful world. That's such a beautiful message. It's such a beautiful message. I just want to say, you are seen, you are loved, and you are beautiful for exactly who you are and however you identify or choose to express yourself. I love you, I see you. And this beautiful rainbow. We have a rainbow of diversity and expression on Earth, and the world would be so much dull if people were only forced to be in two boxes, to be forced in the binary. But there's this balance of yourself, the balance of intellect, of emotion, of energies. And finding that beautiful balance can be really empowering. To give honor to both their masculine and feminine energies, and to be able to not dip too far into one or the other and have this balance. And maybe this balanced perspective you might have is both creative and diverse and beautiful. The other one that came out was ancestors. And it's like they're opening up their arms and receiving all this wisdom from all these ancestors in the sky. And so you probably have this ability to tap in to your ancestors and their wisdom and deeper wisdom you might have within yourself as well. So he says, we are spirit first, having a human experience. We play an intrinsic part in the spirit world that exists all around us. Rather than feeling separate from our ancestors and spirit guides, it is important to realize that we have a deep soul bond to them before we were ever incarnated here on Earth. Our ancestors and spirit guides assist us throughout our life. They're always watching over us with unconditional, unwavering love. Their support is felt during dream time through messages we may hear, see, or are being guided to. They often reveal themselves through inspirational moments so we can lead ourselves to true fulfillment and progress in life to achieve our life's purpose, which is similar to what Metatron is saying with your Earth mission. Before we are born, aspects of our lives are already decided upon, and parts of our life themes are mapped out ahead of the journey. It is believed that our guides are matched with us because they have walked in a similar path during their own lifetimes. Our ancestors who have come before us want to be included and remembered because they are always here guiding and loving us as well. We simply need to speak to them and remember they're here with us. You may notice more signs and synchronicities from your guides and ancestors, or you may need to call upon them for guidance or answers. Trust that you have been heard and be patient regarding their guidance. Their responses will be expressed through visions, dreams, or an undeniable sign. For me, it's always feathers. For me, it's finding feathers. When I find feathers, it's like this nudge from my guides that I'm on the right path. And for you, maybe it's numbers, maybe it's a flower, maybe it's butterflies, maybe it's a voice, maybe it's a feeling, or something says and you hear it. This overall message is a combination of trusting your instincts, trusting your creative energy, stepping away from things that are draining you, and that you're here on a divine mission to express your gifts, your creativity, and to co-create the beautiful earth. It's like you're part of this co-creation of creating this new 5D earth, and your unique perspectives and the lens that you see the world and you feel and you express is valid and needed to be seen, to be heard, and just to be a part of this beautiful world. The way that you see things, the way that you may balance energies. You're walking this path of alignment. And I feel like the more you tap into your instincts and embrace your creativity and whatever that is for you and your spiritual gifts, and the more that you share that with the world while staying grounded in the present and the now, and this, it's like I'm feeling this balance of like logical and creative, this emotional and intelligence of like, you know, not just dropping everything and running away from 3D elements, third density things we have to do, you know, like we may still have our jobs and our daily life, but you're also walking this path behind the scenes of maybe pursuing different creative pursuits while you have that, joining different art clubs or gardening or working on different creative projects or just speaking to your experiences or vlogging. Like, I don't know, it could be very unique for each of you. It's this other thing that we're doing that is just infusing this light frequency that Earth needs. And you're on this sacred mission, and you came here to do and to share and to experience love and community and light and abundance. So trust it's coming for you. Your ancestors, your guides, your angels, they want you to heal. They want you to trust them and the beautiful future that you have ahead of you. I love to hear what synchronicities you may be seeing or experiencing or feeling, or what messages you gained, or your own perspectives. And if this resonated with you, I love reading the comments. So thank you so much for being here. I'm sending you so much love and so much light.